The next is, the next is Diana McCoy. Is Diana here? Oh, thank you. Come forward. Yeah, Robin Robinson no longer wishes to be heard. So, page 314.
Okay, my name is Diana McCoy and I have lived in the Barrington Street mall area for over 10 years, and I have become increasingly concerned during that time for the safety of the pedestrians and the cyclists and the people who are disabled or are slow walkers trying to get into the mall. The pedestrians, when they, better explain, the Sprayton Library is right next door to the exit into Barrington Street, and when the people leave the library, which is very popular, and try to get across the area where the mall exit and entrance is, they have to go about 8 metres across a turning in lane and a straight ahead turning out lane. Now, combined with them trying to get across to the safety pod or barrier in the middle of this space, they have to keep an eye behind them for traffic turning sharp left into the mall, plus look right to see traffic turning right from the centre of the road, plus keep an eye on the traffic that are turning right in front of them and going across the traffic to go west towards town. It's really difficult. They have to really scurry across to the safety area in the middle of this space. Then once they get there, they've got a further 5 metres to get across to the other side of the footpath where left turning traffic is coming out. Trucks turning into the mall have a very difficult job as well, because of the way the footpath is made. There is a light standard right at the edge of the footpath, and that means they've got to make a 45-degree turn into the mall. And of course, most delivery trucks are small, but there's some of them have a longer double, what's the word for it, trailer. And they have to, because of this sharp turn, slide sometimes over into the right-hand exit lane, trying to get enough space to get around. Cyclists also have great difficulty with this particular exit and entrance, because for some unknown reason, to me anyway, the cycle lane that is all the way up Barrington Street stops just below the library, and they have to merge into the traffic. And at the peak times, when the traffic is nose to tail, they have to navigate between them and the car parks on the side of the road, where they have the danger of car doors opening. And then when they get to this exit and entrance, they have to watch for both cars turning sharp left into the mall and then the traffic turning right across it. Because there are actually 4 movements of traffic in this particular area, and I cannot see the point of it. You've got 2 in, you've got left turning in from the same side, right turning in across the road, you've got right turning out across the traffic to go the opposite way, and left turning out of the traffic as well. Disabled people won't use it. I have a friend who is disabled and she refuses to go up that side of the road. She'd far rather go up and cross 4 T-junctions on the opposite side of the road to get to a pedestrian light-controlled crossing before she'll go across the road. The bus also, the Orbiter, is a very popular form of transport for many of our local people, and they also have to negotiate these 3 lanes of traffic whilst looking out for cyclists, because their bus stop is literally out after the exit and entrance section of the road. And once they have dropped their passengers off and then try to pull out into the traffic again, they have to again negotiate this left turning traffic and the straight ahead traffic, and they have to squeeze between them and the traffic waiting in the middle of the road to turn right. So what I'm asking you is, Do we have to have an accidental death or an injury before this simple matter can be straightened out? It only takes, to my common sense way of looking at it, to say stop turning right out of the mall. And I cannot understand why you haven't put something in this year's plan to allow this to happen. So I'm asking you, please, can you find some money to fix this before someone is killed?
Look, not only did you present exactly to the 5-minute mark, you have covered with a very direct and clear explanation of the issues that you're challenged with. I have to say, Phil Clearwater raises it constantly. Yeah, but look, thank you very much for taking the time to make the submission. It does make a difference, so we're glad you've turned up. You've reinforced something that has been raised with us, and certainly the community board's very aware of it as well. And I know the area very well, and it's a dreadful right-hand turn, so I would never attempt it. I would always go around the back of the mall.
Well, I feel very sorry for the large proportion of our population that is elderly people, and they just simply cannot walk fast. And mothers with prams have the most horrendous job getting across that intersection from the library.
No, it's a really strong point. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you. And